The teams have been released. Glasgow vs Connacht tomorrow night. This is going to be a banger. The start of the URC playoffs, the start of the quarterfinals. Glasgow get a home game against a very informed Connacht team right now. This is going to be a very exciting game, and the teams have been released and they both look extremely strong. In this video, I'm going to be going over the team selections, re-giving my preview. It might change from when I gave my preview earlier in the week, and just going over some of the stats and what I think will contribute to whichever team wins this game. So if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I'm going to be covering all the URC playoff games. I'll be covering the Prem and those games when it gets to the semi-finals and the finals, just because I mainly cover the URC and the Champions Cup. I'll also be doing a bit of the Super Rugby as well, but the international games are coming up. I'm going to be covering every single tier 1 international game. I'm going to try cover the tier 2 ones, but if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Alright, let's get right into it. So these teams, in the last 5 games they've played, Glasgow have won 3 and Connacht have won 2. So pretty evenly split, with Glasgow getting the majority of the wins. So they kind of have the balance of power right now. And I'd say, just judging by the team selections, it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people would have thought earlier in the season if you were to put these two teams against each other in the quarterfinal. But let's start with the Glasgow team. They've gone for Patrick Schickerling, who's been phenomenal this year, Johnny Matthews, Xander Fagerson, Scott Cummings, Alex Samuel, Matt Fagerson at number 6, Rory Dodge at number 7, Jack Dempsey at number 8, George Horn at number 9, Dan Lancaster at number 10, Kyle Rowe at number 11, a player I rate extremely highly, Sione Tuipulotu at number 12, number 13, Stafford McDowell, number 14, Kyle Steyn, number 15, Josh McKay. That's already a very strong starting lineup. On the bench, Gregor Hiddleston, Rory Sutherland, Sam Talakai, Jare Uguntebeju, Iwan Fari, Sione Vailanu, Jack Oliver, and Ollie Smith. That is an international team right there. That is a team that wants to win this tournament. That is a team that almost feels like it shouldn't be a club rugby team right now. That is a very good Glasgow team. Just looking at the forward pack especially, some of those names there, there's not one weak link in that forward pack. And I really do believe that the Connacht forward pack has to really step up their game tomorrow and take it to this Glasgow team, which we know they have been doing recently. This Connacht team is very gritty. They're very tough to beat, and they have this winning mentality. They're just very tough to beat on the field. But looking at this Glasgow team right now, it is a very strong Glasgow team, and a team that looks ready to try win this tournament. Glasgow have been struggling recently. They've gone through a bit of a dip after getting kicked out of the Champions Cup by Toulon. Thereafter, they toured to South Africa. They took a few bad losses there as well, which maybe would have been a good thing for this team. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise for this team, because maybe they were getting maybe a bit too confident, a bit too cocky in their own abilities, where now they've been humbled a little bit. Well, they're going to this game knowing they can be beaten. Now they're going to have to really step up their game. They can't just go through the motions and expect to win. They know this is a playoff game. They've won this tournament before. This is why I'm so excited for this game, because I think we're about to see a bounce back game from Glasgow tomorrow night. But going on to the Connacht team, they've gone for Billy Bowen, Dylan Tierney Martin, Sam Illo, Josh Murphy, Darren Murray, Kian Prendergast at captain at number 6, Seamus Hurley-Langton, Paul Boyle, Ben Murphy, Josh Ioane, Bundi Aki at number 12, Josh Devine at number 13, Shane Bolton at number 11, Sam Gilbert number 15, and Shane Jennings at number 14. Sorry if that came out the wrong order. The way they do their team list is a bit weird here. Dave Heffman at number 16, Peter Dooley at number 17, Finley Beelum at number 18. That's a good guy to have on the bench. Joe Joyce at number 19, Sean O'Brien at number 20, Matthew Devine at 21, Hugh Gavin at 22, and Sean Naunton at number 23. So honestly, a very strong Connacht team. I mean, if you look at this Connacht team, if you look at the team sheet, you might fall into the trap of thinking, okay, it's definitely not as strong as the Glasgow team. But this Connacht team doesn't play rugby caring about who plays for the other team. They play rugby in a way where they play for themselves. They play very well as a unit, and this team right here is perfectly balanced to try go beat this Glasgow team. I truly do believe that this Connacht team can beat Glasgow, and if they do beat Glasgow or any of the teams in this tournament, I won't be surprised. And I do believe if Connacht do make it past the quarterfinal, in my opinion, they probably become a top 1 or 2 favourite to win the competition. They've been so good this year, especially to end the year. They were in a position to not make the playoffs at all. Now for them to make the playoffs, yes, they are the 8th seed, but for them to make the playoffs and be one of the favourites from the 8th seed just tells you exactly how strong this team is. Now, there's some very good players there. I mean, Finley Beelum, Darren Murray, Kieran Prendergast, one of the key players in this team. Can he slow down that Glasgow ball? George Horn, if he gets quick ball, he is extremely dangerous, and that Glasgow backline is really looking good as well. So big performance needed from him and Seamus Hurley-Langton. Josh Ioane at number 10 really has to pull the strings. He's been very good to end off the season, but can he do it in a game that matters in the playoffs? I think think he can, but I guess we'll have to see. Bundi Aki at number 12, going to have a big performance from him. They know what they're going to get from him. Very, very physical ball carrier, going to get you over the advantage line, going to put on some big hits, going to make some game-breaking plays as well. Bundi Aki versus Sione Tuipulotu in the centres is going to be a very fun one to watch. Stafford McDowell as well, a very physical player who I rate very highly. Of course, Hugh Jones isn't there, but Stafford McDowell's not a bad guy to have there in his place. Shane Bolton as well. This guy knows how to score tries. We saw what he did against the Stormers in Cape Town. This guy knows how to take his opportunities. So, looking at this Connacht team, you will think, okay, Glasgow is 100% the favourites. And I do believe that as well. I do believe Glasgow are the favourites. They rightfully are the number one team that ended off the year at number one, but they have had a dip recently, which I do worry about for Glasgow fans and for the Glasgow team. I do worry that maybe they've dug themselves into a bit of a hole, they've become a bit stagnant, and it's going to be very difficult for them to get out of it. But for Connacht, on the other hand, they were in a hole, they've dug themselves out of it, and they are just playing rugby freely. They are playing rugby very competitively, and they are looking really good, and probably in some people's eyes are the favourite to win this game. So honestly, my head is all over thinking who is going to win this game, but my prediction is I still think Glasgow is going to win this game. I definitely do believe that Glasgow is the team that will win this game. I just see so many quality international players in that team. The whole forward pack, not just the front, but the whole forward pack is made up of international players that have been playing some very good quality rugby for the past few years. I mean, that loose trio of Matt Fagerson, Rory Dodge, and Jack Dempsey is world class. So I do think it's going to take a lot to beat this Glasgow team, and I'm not being funny. This Glasgow team right now should be winning this game. If you look at the players they have, they should. So if Glasgow doesn't win this game, then there's a massive problem going on there. So I do think Glasgow will win this game. That's my prediction. Obviously, if they don't win, I won't be surprised because Connacht is playing such good rugby right now. But this is what I love about the playoffs. This is what I love about the URC. It's becoming one of those competitions where you don't know who's going to win. You don't know who's going to come on the day and play better rugby. You don't know if a team's going to go away from home and win a massive game, like Connacht going to the Stormers and winning a massive game away from home there. Stormers losing to Cardiff at Cardiff a few weeks ago, and they're playing as well this week. So the URC is becoming very exciting. In my opinion, the second best domestic club competition in the world right now. Top 14 is probably number one, well, definitely number one in my opinion, if you think of all the amazing teams they have there. But the URC is really going from strength to strength every single year. From number one to number 8 can beat each other in any given day, which is why I'm so excited for these playoffs, and I think it's going to be a playoffs to remember. That being said though, Connacht have a point to prove. Glasgow have a point to prove as well that they are rightfully the number one, and can they get themselves out of the stagnant hole they've been in recently? Can Connacht play freely? They've got no pressure on their shoulders. They've got nothing to lose, and they've got some very good players trying to prove a point to become regular starters for Ireland as well. I know Cian Prendergast wants to get more game time for Ireland. Darren Murray wants more game time for Ireland. These guys in these games can put up some big performances and really put up their hand to get more game time for the June-July internationals. They can do that right now, and I think it's going to be very exciting to see which of these players do pitch up, which of these players prove that they have what it takes to play at that level with playoff rugby. But that's just my predictions. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I am so excited for this one. I think the forward pack battle is going to be very interesting. The game can either be won or lost at set piece, and can Connacht take their opportunities? They've been very good recently at taking those opportunities when they come on offer. Will Glasgow even create opportunities for Connacht? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I will be doing a match reaction right after the game, so stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.